Flameo hot people, and welcome back to another part of Shadow Piece. My name is Pyroprima, and I can only tell you, you can look forward to a lot of Dark Messiah stuff today and in the upcoming weeks. But for now, let's get into the other things. After minor complications, Killer finishes his battle against Hawkins. I'm not going to go into much more detail because it's just like the canon fight, and we are going to skip over things that happen just like in the canon because you can go read One Piece the manga or wait for the anime to catch up. In this what if scenario, we are going to focus on the original things that I am going to come up with, and let me tell you, in the upcoming weeks with all of the Absalom stuff, there's going to be some bangers. Now let's go somewhere else. As Perona, Tama and Ace descend the stairs connecting the second and third floor, they come across Kinemon's disembodied legs, desperately running around looking for comrades. And, well, apparently Law never properly reconnected Kinemon's body parts, which resulted in him allowing him to survive Kaido's attacks, which is one of the stupidest decisions in my opinion. Kinemon and Kiku should both probably be dead. And it's not because I don't like these characters, I just feel like the reason that there's no reason for them to survive. Everything that they could have done could also be done by other people in the future. Kinemon is this emotional anchor and father figure for Momonosuke, but if he died, that could also be a lot of encouragement for Momo to do things. And he also has other people like Denjiro, Kawamatsu, his sister, or even his grandfather is still alive. All of these people could help Momonosuke in ruling the country. He doesn't necessarily need Kinemon. And it's also very weird that Law, the person who always has a plan, who always wants to plan everything out, have an accurate thing for this, is the one who didn't accurately reconnect Kinemon's body. Law has one of the most powerful devil fruits in the series. I'm not going to argue about that. The OP no Mi can accurately make incisions in targets. It can accurately make these incisions and can take things out, like Law made him survive a disease that was known to be fatal. And all of these things he could have done very accurately. And you are going to tell me that Law wasn't accurate enough to reconnect Kinemon's body? Unless this was a safety net for Law to have something against Kinemon and the samurai in the future when they betray him, maybe because alliances always lead to betrayal. There's no reason to do that. And I don't think Law would make this mistake. So it's really, really weird. But let's ignore this because this is just me ranting about the fact that Law wouldn't make such a mistake. Let's go to somewhere else. After the Strawhat Pirates proved themselves as allies, Kinemon uses farts to communicate Kiku's dire situation. Because apparently Kinemon also has the ability to make his farts sound like voices and all of these things. Which is not a devil fruit ability because his devil fruit allows him to create clothes and all of these different things. This fart ability, this talking through farts ability, is just a random ability that Kinemon can use. So, using Hamlet as a ride, Ace volunteered to go help them, or help her, Kiku personally. So, this is also very interesting because we all know that Ace has the shadow of Doflamingo. And while this zombie with the shadow of Doflamingo is loyal to people like Moria, Absalom, Perona, Hawkback, and the other leaders, there's also the thing that it's Doflamingo. While he won't betray Moria, there's a high chance that he thinks about something. He's scheming something here. Either he wants to get a favor out of the samurai because he helps saving someone there, and maybe they will then help Moria with doing things for the Strawhat Pirates, or he actually scheming something much, much darker. But now let's go somewhere else. Surprise! Orochi is still alive, and he's meeting Komurasaki, who he thought was dead. But we are gonna skip over this part, and also over Law and Kid versus Big Mom. So these two fights are just happening, or these meetings are happening right now. Now Drake chases after Apu, but Apu gets back up by Inbi, Fuga and Sanki, I think are the names, the three numbers. So Apu gets the backup from them, and that's why Drake is outnumbered. Apu wants to feed Drake for being a marine spy. But when the battle is about to begin, Yamato just bursts in through the wall and sees these two fight. Until both say that they stop working for Kaido, Yamato also clashes with them for a short time because he thinks Yamato thinks that he needs to take care of them because these people are enemies, members of the Beast Pirates, but it turns out they actually are not anymore, so this is fine. After that, Yamato just continues to run towards the armory because he needs to deal with the explosives. This time Fuga follows him because apparently there's a connection between Fuga and Yamato that we have not seen in the manga, but I feel like there has been a hint here and there on what their actual connection is. Apu follows shortly after, trying to recruit Yamato. But Drake also chases after them to defeat Apu because Apu knows too much, and this is going to be dangerous if he reveals the whole marine thing to other people. However, when the group reaches the basement's second level, Brook falls from above, landing in Fuga's hair. Not only was Brook fleeing from the flames, but CP0 also saw him and started chasing him. They are on their way to capture a certain someone from the Big Mom family. But on their way they saw Brook by chance, and their sources also told them that this skeleton has a copy of a road poneglyph, or maybe even multiple ones, maybe the one from Big Mom and the one from Zoe. So they want to get these copies as a bonus, because this will help the world government to also get to the One Piece. Because I guess the world government doesn't know what a One Piece is, so it would make sense that they also need to roll poneglyphs and a way to read them. But during their chase, Kanjiro's Kazenbo was created, because at one point Orochi ordered Kanjiro to create this Kazenbo, which is this weird fiery creature that just goes around making even more flames and burns all of the parts of Onigashima and destroying beast pirates, samurai, and all of the other people who are there. Just whatever is in its way is going to get burnt. So this Kazenbo is also chasing after Brook now, or not after Brook, it's chasing somewhere else. So during the chase from CP0 after Brook, Kanjiro's Kazenbo flew through CP0, burning them hard and making it possible for Brook to escape. So as the Kazenbo is heading down, Yamato notices that this weird creature is also heading to the armory, further increasing the effort he pushes into speeding down there. So he pushes faster and faster, just going there before this fiery creature can actually make everything explode. Ironically, if you think about it, Kanjiro helped Brook in escaping from the CP0 agents, as the Kazenbo made a wall of flames that separates the two factions. This leaves Apu and Drake and the CP0 agents. Apu and Drake are now there with the CP0 agents, and Apu foolishly gets on the agents' bad side by taking a photo of them and saying that he will sell this information that CP0 is on Wano to Big News Morgan to earn himself a good chunk of berries. This results in a new battle, Apu versus CP0. But CP0 also attacks Drake, making him join this battle. They attack him because they know who he is working for, which left me thinking, when I reread this part, thinking that the CP0 know who Drake is working for and that's the reason why they are attacking him. There's the thing, Drake is undercover for the Marines, but he's also a member of SWORD. Now the question is SWORD actually a Marine faction, or is SWORD a secret faction that is against the Marines? Because now, spoilers for chapter 1054 if you read that already. When we saw the revolutionaries celebrate, there were different flags. There were the flags of Sabo, the flags of the revolutionary army, of different kingdoms, also of Shimotsuki village where Zoro got raised and his masters from, because there was always the assumption that they are also a member of the Revolutionary Army. But there was also a flag going on there that was the symbol of the Marines. A bit different than the Marines, but it was a Marine symbol. So this would mean that there is a faction of the Marines that is actually part of the Revolutionary Army. So that makes me think, do you think SWORD might be connected to the Revolutionary Army? They might have betrayed the government, because if you think about it, maybe Kuzan, Aokiji, left the Marines as an admiral because he made his own faction. He made SWORD. He wanted to make the Neo-Marines, this new faction of Marines that actually serve out justice. And together with Garb, because Garb was the teacher of Kuzan apparently, if I remember correctly, or they have some sort of connection. Maybe Garb is the quasi-leader of SWORD and Kuzan is the actual leader of SWORD, and then they have these people like Drake who's actually serving out justice, and Kobe who wants to serve out justice, maybe then even also Helmeppo and Tashigi, Smoker, these people maybe, and that's just their faction that joined up with the Revolutionary Army because they want to get rid of this corruption and all of these things happening there. But that's just a sidetrack from me, and we should continue to the actual video, to the actual Shadow Piece part, and not just the One Piece theory. In the dome interior of the performance floor, Absalom is doing his best to defend against Queen's Frybun, while the Brachiosaurus hybrid demands that the Dark Messiah should show the dark wings that he heard about in the rumors. As Queen is also a scientist, he's really interested in Absalom's body modifications that Hawkback has done for him. Absalom makes a broad look and just looks at Queen. He states that he will only use these wings for people who are worth it, and he actually has this ability, but he refuses Queen and just doesn't unveil them. We all know that Absalom doesn't actually have any wings or something, even though that would be really cool. I don't think there is a way to make that work. So Absalom is just mocking Queen because Queen heard rumors about all of these things, and he's just like, yeah, I won't show you the wings, you're not worth it, and all of these things. Because that's how Absalom is. Absalom is mocking people. Absalom is a bit proud of himself and is arrogant in some ways because he has a special upbringing. Now, Queen fires a black coffee beam, which is an attack from him, like a beam attack from his cyborg body, and just goes at the Gravekeeper of the Thriller Bark. He attacks Absalom hard, but Absalom dodges the attacks and reveals a new technique. This attack is called Gate of Babylon. So, Absalom says this. I wanted to keep this for Kaido, but I think you are the perfect training dummy. Absalom turns invisible and uses a Zoro-like high-speed movement ability to confuse Queen's observation haki. And then he continues saying, even Captain said that my speed is the best in the crew, so enjoy the full course meal. Gate of Babylon. With his super speed, Absalom attacks from 360 degrees, and whenever he performs a punch, he reveals only his arm from his invisibility, making it appear like thousands of arms attack Queen from all different angles. After all of these hit him, with one final punch in the gut, Absalom knocks the plague back a few meters and through a few different wooden structures. Queen then transforms into his full beast form, before launching his head, neck, and tail part at Absalom, revealing how a Brachiosaurus hunted in ancient times. Because Oda had made this very funny thing that dinosaurs actually hunted in very obscure ways, like the Brachiosaurus is part snake or something. This snake part, head, neck, and tail from the Brachiosaurus, wraps himself around Absalom, before he could even react to the bizarre situation. So, Absalom is inside of these snake-like Brachiosaurus movements. Queen squeezes Absalom, crashing and cracking sounds can be heard, until the All-Star accidentally activates his Brachio launchers, because he himself shouts like Brachio launcher, and he doesn't only do it once, but twice, resulting in himself being attacked by his own rockets. This makes Queen loosen his grip and gives Absalom enough space to force himself free, but Absalom is not doing too hot. However, the freed Absalom soon gets up, revealing that multiple of his bones were broken, but only in his upper part, so he remains standing while his arms didn't look too good. Queen notices how hurt his opponent is, and instantly slashes Absalom's body with his massive blades. Now, the Dark Messiah produces a jet black wall of armament haki around his arm to block the attack, but and that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video, and I can only tell you to look forward to the next part, because big things are going to happen. As I said, Pyro Primer is enough for today. As always, stay hot, stay healthy, stay cultured, and most importantly, stay happy. And we will see each other again in the next video. Until then, Pyro out.